like went there, like, you know, like I did a lot for people. And so it's like, damn, like, I don't know if she gonna do it. Like, that's my fear. You know, if she gonna do it. It's my own insecurities that's blocking it from really being a...
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Listen, we're talking to you guys why abandonment issues makes your man cheat. Yes, watching Couples Retreat Season 3, Episode 4, we decided to bring this question, or at least answer this question, why abandonment issues makes your man cheat. In this particular case, abandonment issues, what it does is it makes the person unable to be able to receive your love in full. They're always thinking about this love being given and it being taken away. And so rather than being reliant and interdependent on you as you on him, he's going to cheat because he needs to get ahead of the devil and get ahead of you before you decide to abandon him. And because he has those abandonment issues from the past, oftentimes childhood wounds, what will happen is he wants to get ahead of you and self-sabotage before you get the opportunity to hurt him once again. We're going to break it all the way down for you guys. Listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, we know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. All right, cool. So abandonment issues. Let's just say this, self-fulfilling prophecy. A lot of people are self-fulfilling in their prophecies. And due to the experiences, and I also about this, perception is based on your attitude is based on your beliefs are based on your experiences. What your experiences are, they are guiding your beliefs that affect your attitude, which is brackets for behavior. And this is how you show up perception, because you're judging the external stimuli and how situations happen. We get a background of the situation, reason why they're having this conversation. Tony Gassins tells him, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like you're guilty. And it's all based because it came about of a conversation between himself and his wife, where there was a DM that was passed to him by one girl. She DM'd him. He showed his girl, his wife, sorry, at the time, and she kind of felt some type of way, and then he blew up. Now, the reason why he blew up in response to her response is because he felt triggered. And he felt triggered because there was a wound of abandonment. And because he felt like she may abandon him, his reaction was much more fiercer because it's based on fear. So it's really interesting how we react based on his fear of being abandoned and left. And like he said in the opening clip, being left alone after doing so much, his fear reacts in a way to say, you know what, I'm hurt by this. But instead of saying that, the anger comes first, right? The anger that's masking the fear. And what that inadvertently does is it says to the other person, don't go, you're gonna not trust me. You're not gonna trust me. And really, he's reacting to what he thinks he's hearing. This is what perception is, to what he thinks he's hearing. He thinks he's hearing, you're about to leave. You are saying, I don't like the DM. But what he's saying, what he's hearing is, you don't like the DM, but you're going to leave me now. And so his reaction is one of fear that is done through the emotion of anger. And then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because what will happen is, if he keeps reacting that way, eventually she is going to get tired of the relationship. And guess what's going to happen? She's going to leave. And then he's going to be like, well, you don't really love me. Obviously you clearly didn't love me because you left me like the rest have left me. So when we don't deal with our wounds and our trauma and deal with the experiences that we've had in our childhood, oftentimes in young age, they will inform your beliefs. They will inform your attitude in how you show up. This is the reason why he reacted the way he did, which will affect your perception. And your perception will be tainted by your confirmational bias, right? So a couple of things here. When people have abandonment issues, they struggle to accept love, because they're not used to having that amount of love. They're not used to a consistent flow of love. They're not used to, and they don't want to get used to it, because if they get used to it and you abandon them, then they'll be back to square one again. You'd have hurt them even further than others. So they don't want to be too vulnerable. They don't know how to trust very well, because when they do trust and people remove themselves, they're hurt. And so they rather not do that and become hyper independent. Okay. All right. The fear of being abandoned means people self-sabotage and try to get ahead of the devil, etc. And as well, they struggle with feelings of esteem and struggle with feelings of valuing themselves, because in the past they've been abandoned. Therefore, they've questioned, how much value do I really have if people can easily abandon me? We hear him talking about how he supported people and they've left. Let's watch one more time.
On me. Like, went there, like, you know, like, I did a lot for people. And so it's like, damn, like, I don't know if she gonna do it. Like, that's my fear. You know, if she gonna do it. It's my own insecurities that's blocking it from really being a real man.
You just solve your own.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that he, as Tony just said, he solves his own problem. He's a very self-aware individual person. I actually really like Fatboy on the show. But what's really interesting also is the idea that, like he said, the fear is what's driving things. But not only that, he's had past experiences. So it's not to diminish his experience. He generally has had these experiences. And I want to say this, just because you understand him doesn't mean you have to stay with him. Woo, you don't have to. Just because I understand you doesn't mean I have to stay with you. A lot of people stay with people because they've got an ounce of understanding. And so they're like, oh, I must stay with them and hoping that your behavior will change them. No. You're now beginning a codependent relationship thinking that you have power over the other person. And if you stay, then they will change. No. Our understanding, yes, means we can implement more grace, but it doesn't mean I have to actually be with you, which is where Tiiana might find herself. If he goes cheating again, she can understand that he may have abandonment issues, but it doesn't mean you have to stay. Okay? The grace is given so that I can forgive and say, you know what? I know you weren't trying to necessarily do it on purpose towards me, but you are not healthy. And therefore, I don't want to become unhealthy spending all my time with you, because toxicity begets toxicity. Okay? It begets toxicity. Let me watch the second clip.
Too. She hear me, she want to believe me, but she don't believe me. So, and I've been having trouble with that because I had a lot of people like turn their back on me. So sometimes I don't know how to trust. I don't know how to accept love sometimes, because I have people that
You see how difficult it is for him? Like, he can't trust and he can't accept love. And the reason being, again, is because people have turned their back on him. And so his heart has grown cold and he's put up walls to protect himself from feeling that pain once more again. So the question we asked at the very beginning was, why abandonment issues makes your man cheat? Well, he's trying to get ahead of the devil. By him cheating, is by him getting ahead of you before you do it, before you abandon him, right? And so it's a place of safety to go and cheat. When he goes and cheat, he has an element of control and power in the scenario. And then he gets to have somebody who temporarily is supporting him and is propping him up. But the fear is behind somebody who I've opened my heart to and I'm vulnerable to, and them actually having the power to hurt me on a different scale. Sleeping with somebody, they don't have that kind of power. I don't know who they are. I'm not vulnerable with them. I'm just having sex. But the person who is close to me, who loves me, who cares about me, who I believe I've shared my heart with them, they're the most dangerous person because I've opened myself to them. And if they decide to remove their love, I'm going to fall down and hurt myself. And so in almost a counterproductive way, he goes out and cheats, self-sabotages the situation, right? And makes it self-fulfilling prophecy, right? But it's to protect himself. It's like, I'm going to get ahead of you before you do it. And it's almost, and a final point, it's almost like if you know someone's got evil intent, you want to hit them before they hit you. If you know someone's a person that hits people in a fight before they say anything, you might want to hit them first because you're preempting a strike. And that's what happens emotionally to a lot of people. They are preempting a strike from the other person. And so they want to get ahead of that person, right? So his feelings, again, are linking back to self-worth and value. He doesn't value himself. And he doesn't believe he's worthy of the love that his wife is giving him. And so he goes somewhere else for admiration where he knows it's short-lived. That person doesn't have the ability to withdraw the validation from him because they're temporary. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. We'll see you again for another show. Much love.